So what happens during an overdose? Well, opioid drugs such as heroin and painkillers taken in excess affect the central nervous system. This can cause symptoms such as sleepiness, loss of consciousness, and dilated pupils. It also has other whole body effects such as muscular seizures, and the full list of symptoms is described on the graphic on this slide. Breathing and heart rate slows, and eventually your heart and lungs can stop functioning. Without prompt medical attention, this can result in coma or death. This is where naloxone really comes in handy because it can delay these symptoms so that you have enough time to get medical attention. So how has naloxone improved overdose rates? Well, it started with New Mexico being the first state to pass legislation for the use of naloxone. Now over 17 states have approved its use. And more than 50,000 people are approved to administer naloxone to those who have an overdose. And as of 2010, naloxone has reversed the effects of over 10,000 overdoses. Legislation is being passed in numerous states to make this drug more accessible. Before, doctors feared prosecution for prescribing this drug to drug addicts, and now 25 states have passed legislation loosening these restrictions and making doctors feel more comfortable prescribing this drug. And the main goal here is to get medication to those who would be most likely to witness an overdose. This would be family and friends of known drug addicts, and this would really give us the highest chance of preventing these overdoses. The Good Samaritan law was also passed recently that would exempt those from prosecution for being in the presence of someone who's overdosing. It basically gives you immunity to seek medical help for someone who has an overdose. Funding is still the main issue for naloxone. Federal and state governments really notice this problem, and they really want to fund these community-based programs that allow people to get training on administering naloxone, but the money just isn't there. Once we get more funding, we can have greater distribution, more training, which is really going to lead to less opiate deaths overall. In conclusion, drug overdoses claim over 36,000 lives annually. Naloxone is a safe and effective drug that would reduce the rates of overdose death by delaying the symptoms of overdose and time to get medical help. Distributing medication to friends and family members of addicts is the best solution to preventing these deaths. And legislation is being passed across the U.S. to distribute naloxone to those who need it. Funding is still the biggest issue. We need it to develop these community-based programs that are going to give people access to naloxone and access to training on naloxone that are going to allow them to save lives. And here are all of our references. Thank you.